little bit regarding the DOM. Okay. Yeah.
So DOM is a programming interface
Mm-hmm.
for web documents, and also it represents the program can change. We can change the program document style, structure, and content.
Okay. You.
And it is not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like you mean
Yes.
that DOM is the programming interface for web documents, is it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, we can say it represent the uh, like document in the tree like structure. What document? It is HTML, either XML,
HTML. Okay.
HTML documents we can see in the tree like structure. Okay. And basically the JavaScript, like in JavaScript we can use that interact with the structure of the web pages. Okay. For example, that is add, okay, delete and modify the elements. Okay, just like a CRUD operations. Okay. And the next thing, we can change the structure of the document also. We can style the document dynamically. Okay, we can handle the user interactions. Okay, the next thing is the change the structure of the document. And next thing, we can able to style the document dynamically.
So please share your screen.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, the thing is, so in the down, so basically you said like it's an interface for the web document. Okay. And uh, also it represents the structure. Okay. Like we can say the document in the tree like structure, like HTML document. Okay. And basically the JavaScript uses interact with the structure of the web pages. So okay, so these are the four things we can see. First thing, we can able to add, delete and modify the elements. Okay, modify the elements. And second thing, we can change the structure of the document. And third thing, we can style the document as a like we can style the document as a dynamically. And the fourth thing, we can uh, handle the users interaction interactions. Okay, like the click typing. So these are the things we can say it's a user interaction. User can able to click on the button, user can able to type in the input. Okay, so these are the things we can say that interact with the JavaScript. Okay, so yesterday we have seen regarding the DOM tree structure. Okay, the DOM tree structure. Okay, the thing is like the DOM is like a tree, family tree we can say. So where the each part of the web page is represent as a node. Yesterday we have seen the each that each element we can say it's a node, and the each content we can say it's a text node. Okay, the thing is yeah. Yeah, and yesterday we have seen that a root node and parent and child node. Root node in the sense a root node in the sense the root node is the we can say it's the highest level of the DOM tree. In the sense it's a parent level. It represents the entire documents. For example, there is a HTML. We can say it's a root level. um yeah, it's a root level, highest level in the DOM tree. Okay, it's a node called HTML. Okay, and there is a parent and child. Parent and okay, parent and child nodes. Okay, so here the every element inside the root node. So this is a root node. The every element inside the root node is the child node of the root node. Likewise uh, like some like the child nodes can also have their own childs. So we can say the like hierarchical structure. Okay, for example, I will show you the thing here. HTML is the main, this HTML is the main root tree. Okay, and this is a head. So head contains like three childs called meta and title. Okay, there is a body. The body contains h1 is the hello, and p is the, okay, and one more I will add the ul. Inside that I will use the li. Okay, items. Okay, so here I want to see this in the in tree like structure. uh, okay, html to dom tree online. We'll see here. Yeah, it will create the like tree like structure, this thing, but not exact this one, but we have to do one thing. This is the thing. Not this thing also. Where it is, open tree visualization. So here we can see okay, here also is not there. Okay, I'll leave it. The thing is yeah, this html, this document, we can say it's a just container. Okay, in that thing, so we have the html. Okay, the html is basically, we can say it's a root node. Okay, so inside the html we have the two childs. Okay, that head and body. Okay, and the body contains the three childs. Okay, it's a meta and title. Okay, like head contains, and the body contains, we have the h1 p and ul and ul. So ul contains, again we have the li. Okay, so this thing we can call, it's a hierarchical structure. It's forming the hierarchical. So inside the node, one more node, like we can say. The thing is, the every element inside the root node is the child node of the root. Okay, likewise these are the child nodes, can also have their own childs. So we have the head is the child for that html. Okay, then head has also the child, like children's, the head, and like meta and title. Okay, the thing is, the each element in the dom is represents as a node. Yesterday we have seen. Okay, the each element in the dom, it represents as a node. Okay, and we have seen that the three things, one is the element node. Okay, and the one is, it's a text node, and the one is the attribute node. Okay, the element nodes, basically we can say it's represent the html tags. Okay, like div h1 or ul, we can say. Okay, the text nodes, we can say it's a inside the tag, like inside the tag we have the text. Okay, that represent the text inside the element, we can say. The attribute node, in the sense, it represents the attribute html tags. For example, you can see that id and class, for example, these are also, we can say it's a uh, attribute nodes. For example, id and class, here we can see that hello inside h1, here we have created the element node, we can say it's a div and h1. Okay, and basically JavaScript can interact with the DOM to manipulate the web page dynamically. So we can access the element and modify content and event. We have a lot more things we can do using the DOM. Okay, in this thing yesterday we have seen the thing is regarding the accessing a element DOM elements. Okay, to manipulate that the DOM elements. Okay, so in JavaScript we can see the various methods yesterday we have seen. Okay, the first thing we have to use the document dot get element by id. Okay, get element by id. Okay, so here we have to give that id name. Okay, means it returns the element with the specified id element. Okay, and the next thing we can see that get element by tag name. Okay, so here we can give the direct tag names. Tag name. Okay, for example I will give like tag in the sense we can give that a div kind of thing, div h1 like that. Okay, so here we can see the return collection of the element with the specified tag name. Okay, and the next thing we can see regarding the document dot get element by class name. Okay, class name. Okay, here we can see it returns the collection of the element with the specified class name. Okay, so here you can see that id. Okay, it's specified the id. Here we can specify the class name. Okay, so apart from three things we have the things regarding that query selector. Okay, query selector. Okay, so we can use in this thing is the selector. Okay, here we can see that return the first element matching a css selector. Okay, the same thing we have one more method called it's a query selector all. Okay, so here we can see that return all the elements matching a css selector, but in the query selector all we need to iterate something. Okay, till now yesterday we have seen these things. Okay, so today we need to see regarding the node properties. Okay, node properties. For example, we can say the type. Okay, tag and the contents. Okay, so in this thing basically we can understand the we can learn the most used properties in the DOM. Okay, so the different DOM nodes may have different properties. For instance, an element node corresponding to tag that anchor tag we can say a has the link related properties, and the one corresponding to the input. Okay, so has the input related properties. So there are so many things we can say. Okay, a text basically the text nodes are not a same element nodes. Okay, but there are also common properties and methods between all of them. Okay, and because of the all classes of the DOM nodes form a single hierarchy. All the classes of the DOM nodes form the single hierarchy, and the thing is the each DOM nodes belongs to the corresponding built-in class. Okay, and then we can see that the root of the hierarchy is the event target. Okay, in the node property we can see there is a thing is 1 minute. Yeah, so this is the event target. Event target. Okay, so the root of the hierarchy is the event target. Okay, that is inherited by the node, and the other DOM nodes also inherited from the it. Okay, yeah, the thing is, yeah, the event target in the sense is the root abstract class for the everything. Okay, here we can see that object of that class is never created, but it serves as the base, and so that all the DOMs support, so called, we can say it's event. Okay, that event regarding things we'll study later. Okay, just we need to understand what is the event target. Okay, the basically that event target is the root class of the class for the all DOM nodes, and basically we can say it's the abstract class we can't see. Okay, meaning it don't, like, we don't create an object directly from it. It support the event, like it supports the event which okay, so this is called, we can say it's an event target. Okay, the next thing we can see it's a node. After the event target we can see is the node. Okay, the node will represent this one actually. Okay, yeah, so in the node is also the abstract class, but it serves as the base of the node DOM nodes. Basically it provides the core tree functionality. We can say that parent node, next sibling node, or child node. Okay, that object of the node classes, the node class is never created, but there are other classes that inherit from it. Okay, the thing is, like, we can inherit from the event, like we can inherit from the event target and serve as a base class of the all the nodes. Basically it provides the document provide the common properties for the navigating the DOM tree, like parent nodes. Okay, and the next sibling nodes and the child nodes. Okay, yeah, this is a node. Then next thing we need to see regarding the document. Okay, so document also inherit from the this node. Okay, from this node. Okay, the basically for the historical reason, the thing is, like, inherited by the HTML document, like is the document of the whole. But the document, we can say it's a global object, belongs to exactly to this class. So basically it serves the entry point to the DOM. Okay, so basically that document is the represents the entire document, like a HTML page, your HTML page, and we can say it's an entry point to the DOM. Okay, and after that uh, after the document we have the one more thing, it's a character data. Just I'm creating the structure actually. Okay, regarding that node properties we are seeing. Okay, so here we can see that character data. Okay, so basically the character data also you can inherit from this thing. Okay, the character data, we can say this also abstract class. Okay, and this thing we can say it's inherited by text and comments. Okay, we can create a one text and 1 minute. Here we'll create a text. A text and comment. Okay, for example, you can take text as hello and text as the hello, and comment you can take comment you can take that this comment. Okay, and here we can see that inherit from the text and that comment. Okay, the basically yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, the basically we can say that character data is the abstract classes and inherited by the text and comment. Okay, text we can say it's a class corresponding to the text inside the element, and the comment we can say it's a class for the component, but they're not shown. But each comment becomes a member of the DOM. So we can see in the DOM there is a node for the comment, but we're not able to see the content. Okay, so after that, so there is a third thing, it's a element. Element. Okay, 1 8. Yeah, the element is basically is the base class for the DOM elements. Element in the sense is the base class for the DOM elements. Basically it provide that element level navigations. Like we have some methods called and next element siblings, children, get element by tag id, query selector. So these are the things we can this like element level navigation. Okay, a browser support not only the HTML, so but also there is one more thing, XML also, XML and SVG. So the element class serves as the base for the more specific classes called XML element and the SVG element. So as of now we don't need them here, the SVG element and XML element and the HTML element also. Okay, the element in the sense you can see that mm, like the div tags kind of things. Okay, the element is the a base class for the all HTML, XML, SVG elements, but it includes the method for the navigating and searching elements. Okay, the navigating like next element sibling or children, a searching method like the get element by id or get element tag name or and query selector. And there is a one more thing, this is the HTML element. Here I have to add HTML element. Okay, so finally that HTML element is the basic class for the all the HTML elements. Like we will work with it most of the times. Basically it is inherited by like we can say it's a concrete HTML. There is the HTML input element and the HTML body element. For example these things, the body element in the sense these things, HTML body element. Okay, so I will add here. Okay, HTML body, the body element. Okay, so here we can say that HTML like body element is a class for the body element. Okay, and for the one more thing, there is an anchor tag. Okay, in the anchor tag there is a element called the HTML anchor element. Okay, the thing is like the HTML element is the basic class for all the HTML elements. Okay, like we can say it's a subclass of the element for the HTML specific element, like the input, div, and a anchor tag. So for the div it's a separate element, and for the inputs there is separate element, and there is the anchor tag, there is separate element called the HTML anchor element, like that. Okay, and there are many other tags with their own classes that may have a specific properties and methods. So while some elements such as that spam and section and article do not have the any specific properties. Okay, I will write here. So there are some like there are other tags also there, but such as the span and the section and that article. Okay, so do not have the any specific properties. So they are instance of the HTML element class. Okay, so we can see the full set of the properties and methods of the given node comes as the result of the chain of inheritance. Okay, for example, you can take let's consider a DOM object for the input. Okay, 1 minute here. For example, okay, we can like we can consider the DOM object for the input element. Okay, basically it belongs to the HTML input element class. Okay, and it gets the properties and methods as the superposition. Okay, so the thing is each DOM node belongs to the one of these classes, and the properties and methods are available. Node depends on which classes it belongs. Okay, here we can see that HTML input element for the input element with the input specific properties like value. And there is one more thing, HTML element for the HTML all the HTML elements for the all the HTML elements. And there is a third thing, we can say element, we can see general HTML element. Okay, and there is a node. Okay, here we can see the common DOM properties, and there is the last thing we can see, it's a event target. Okay, here we can see that for the event handling. So we can use the construct for example the constructor name to find out the what classes the DOM node belongs to. Okay, that HTML this HTML input element, this class provide the input specific properties, and that HTML element we can say it provide the common HTML element properties like getter and setter. Okay, and the element means we can say it's provide the generic elements methods, and the node in the sense we can say it's provide the common DOM node properties And the event target, it gives the support for the events. Okay, and the finally it inherit from the object only. So we can call like a plain object method, like the has own property are also available. Okay, for example, we can see to see the DOM node class name, so we can recall that object usually that constructor property. So there is a constructor property, constructor property. Okay, so it reference for the class constructor. So we can see in this thing where it is. Yeah, not here. Here I will do the things inspect in the console. Okay, here I will try that alert. Inside that thing I will add the document dot sorry, document dot a body and constructor and the name. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, we will see that HTML body element. So we are checking, so what like we are checking for the body class name. Okay, the same thing we can check for, instead of console we can instead of alert we can use the console. It's a okay, log the document, sorry, document dot body will check. Okay, so document dot body, so you are not able to see the inside code in this thing. Okay, so just you can see the only body. Okay, the inside body we can see like this, the only you can use that body name, but inside the things we can see the all the things, the body iframe, these are the things we can see. Okay, yeah. So after that, so we can also use that instance of to check the inheritance. For example, and there is a console.log, sorry, I will clear, use console.log. Okay, console.log, there is a document dot body. Okay, there is an instance of. Okay, I'll check is that html. I'll check the html element, sorry, html element, but it will throw as the true. Okay, we can also use the instance of to check the inheritance. Okay, so as we can see that the DOM nodes are regular JavaScript object. Okay, and they use the prototype based classes for the inheritance. Okay, and like that's all. Also we can say it's easy to see by outputting an element with the console dot uh, like director the element in the browser. We can say example, here I can say the console dot log. Okay, otherwise the element. Okay, console dot log. Where it is, console dot, yeah, this thing. Suppose if you want to try the element, you will see like this actually. Okay, but in the console dot, here I will explain. Okay, here there is a console dot log and element, and the console versus console dot log element. Okay, so most of the most browsers support the two commands in the property in the developer tool in the inspect. Okay, there is a console.log and console.director. Okay, so they output their arguments to the console, and the for the JavaScript object these commands usually do for same thing. Okay, but the DOM element, they are the difference. Okay, for the console.log element, there is a DOM element is different, and that console.log sorry, this thing console.direct directory. Okay, for the console.log there is a different DOM element. Okay, and the console.log is the different DOM element. Okay, that for the console.directory it will show the element as the DOM object. Okay, we can see here there is the document, sorry, console dot log. I'll check the document dot body. Okay, you can see using the console.log. I'm using right now, I'm using this right console.log using document dot direct body, but I will use, instead of log there is called directory. Okay, so in console.log you can see it shows the element of the DOM tree. Okay, but in the console.directory you can see that it will show the element as that object, body object. Okay, so these are the things we can see inside the body. Okay, so so this is we can say it's a node like DOM node classes. Okay, so we have some the node type properties. Okay, the thing is the node type property. Okay, the node type property provide the one more thing. It's a old fashioned, we can say, a way to get the type of the DOM nodes. Like basically it has the numerical value. For example, you can see that element dot node type is equal to 1, means for the element nodes. Okay, for the text node we can use that node type is equal to called 3. It's a text node. Suppose if you want to see the document object, then there is a element dot node type is equal to a 9. So for the document object, the basically the node type property is the provide one more. It's a old fashioned way to get the type of the DOM node. Okay, we'll see in this code. Okay, this is a body. Okay, inside the body we have the script. Okay, let the element will create element is the document dot a body. Okay, document.body. Okay, I will console.log here that element dot node type. Sorry, element dot node type. Okay, so the output will be the other one is 1 minute, copy path, I'll paste. Yeah, you can see that one is the output, means it's the element. Okay, here what we have seen that node element dot node type is equal to 1, then we can see it's for the element node. Suppose if it is a text node, it will return other 3. If it is the document node, it will return the 9. Okay, so in this thing we can see yeah, there is a console.log. So console.log. Okay, the element dot I want to check the text in the sense, so I will use the first child. Okay, so now it will throw the output as a 3. Sorry, what it is? Yeah, it's a text, but here it should be through node type. Okay, and one more thing, we'll see that console.log that element and document.node tree. We are checking for directly. Oh, instead of the node name, I will use I have to use that node type. Okay, so parallelly I have to use node name. It's a name. Okay, name. Okay, name. Okay, it's a node name. Here also that's the name. That element is the first name, so we'll check once what is the happening. Yeah, so the first thing we are like it's a body. Okay, and the second thing the third, like 3 is the output because of its text. Here it's showing the text. Okay, and third thing we have to see for the document object. Okay, we'll see that document dot row node type. Okay, so it will throw like 9, I think. Yeah, 9 it's throwing. Okay, in the modern script we can use the instance of and the other class based tests to see the node type. Okay, but sometimes node type may be simpler. Okay, so we can only read the node type or not change it actually. Okay, and there is a node name and tag name. Okay, so we have seen in the node name, in the sense it will return the name of that particular node. So in the DOM node, so we can read the tag name from the node name or other tag name. So we can use the tag name instead of the node name. We'll see what happened. Tag name. Okay, the first one here we have done the, yeah, the body is the tag there. Okay, so it will return the body, so the tag name and node name. Okay, um, the thing is, so we have some difference between that node name versus and the tag name. Okay, the tag name, we can say it's a property exists only the element only, but in the node name it's defined the any node. For the element it means like a same as the tag name, and next thing we can see it's for other node types also. It has the string, with the node type like that. Basically the tag name is the only supported by the element nodes, while the node name can say something about other node types. Okay, suppose here I will check, okay, the tag name for the text. Okay, here I will check for still dot tag name. Okay, so it will give the output like undefined, because of it's not an element, it's a text. Okay, and same thing I will do for this thing node type here also it will throw the undefined, because of this is also not an element. Okay, and the thing is the tag name is always uppercase, except that in XML mode. Okay, the browser has the two mode processing document. One it's a HTML, one is the XML. Okay, usually the HTML mode is used for the web pages, then XML mode is the enable when the browser receives an XML document with the header. Okay, in HTML the mode, we can say the tag name or node name is always uppercase. Okay, in the XML the mode the cases is kept. So nowadays the XML mode is rarely used. Okay, instead of that thing the HTML mode is like we can see the max times. Okay, so next thing we can see, there is a word called inner HTML. Inner HTML. Okay, so basically inner HTML we can say it's the contents. Okay, basically that inner HTML property allows to get the HTML inside the element as a string. We can also modify it. Okay, so it's one of the most powerful way to change of the page, like inner HTML. For example, we can show the content like document.body, and then we can replace the completely. For example, here yeah, this is a script. Okay, so this is a script, and in this thing I will add the p tag contains something called, and div tag one more. Here I will Lauren for Lauren for sorry wait so here I will console.log. Okay, I will check the document dot body and inner HTML. Okay, so basically this console read the current content. Okay, we can see here. Okay, so this is the R content. Okay, this is our p tag, and this is our div tag. Okay, so in the right side you can see the document.body, it's reading like internally inside the p tag this much, inside like for the div tag this much, and the script tag we have something. Suppose I want to replace instead of all the things something different. Okay, for that thing I have to use the document.body.html hello. Okay, see, instead of the entire content I will use this one. And we can try to insert the invalid HTML also. Okay, the browser will fix our errors. For example, the thing is like there is a document.body.html inner HTML. So I will add, there is the b tag. After the b tag I will add something called hello. Okay, so here I will console the things, console here. Okay, yeah, here you can see the browser automatically fixed the errors, because of here I have added the only the left side of the b tag, but I am forget to add the right side of the b tag. But in the browser like it will like fix the our errors is automatically. And the thing is, this HTML like inner HTML is script like the its scripts don't execute. The thing is, if the inner HTML insert in the script tag, okay, into the document, it becomes a part of the HTML. It does not execute. Here we have added inside the script, but it becomes a part of the HTML only. No, not does not like execute. Okay, so we have something like how the behave the inner HTML with the override. Okay, so for example, I write the inner HTML. Okay, either plus equal to like that. Okay, so we can append the HTML to the element using the like this. Okay, I'll add here. So the thing is, yeah, so there is a HTML, like, yeah, the thing is I will add the HTML element and plus equal to, okay, the plus equal to, we'll see what happens. It will happen in this code. Yes, so apart from the old content, we are able to add this content also. This content, we need this also, and we need this also for that thing. So I will do some addition property, addition thing. But we should very careful about doing it, because of what's going on now, like is not an addition basically. Okay, but full override. Technically these two lines do the same, this thing. Otherwise we'll do one more thing, that the document the inner HTML, we'll see for this thing, will world okay, see, yeah, the thing is we need to careful about like doing it. Okay, and in other words, in inner HTML, the plus equal to does this like the old content is removed. Okay, but then in the new inner HTML is written instead, we can say the old content will remove and new content, along with that old content we can able to see the things. Okay, so the apart from that thing, so we have the one more element called the outer HTML. The outer HTML, so here we can see the full HTML of the content. Okay, the basically the outer HTML property contains the full HTML, contains the full HTML, okay, of the element. So that's like the inner HTML plus the element itself. For example, here there is a div. Okay, I will remove this thing. Okay, that a div. Okay, so okay, what happened here? So there is the div. Okay, inside that we can add the hello. Okay, and inside that there is a b tag, and here I will add the world. Okay, and here I will give the id is equal to something element. Okay, so I will try to do one thing. Console.log that element and dot the outer HTML give the error, I think. Yeah, so here we can able to see that entire element, okay, using that outer HTML. Basically the outer HTML property contains the full HTML of the element, and basically it's same like that in inner HTML plus the element with the itself, you can say. Okay, the thing is like it's a fully HTML element, but unlike the HTML, writing to outer HTML, it does not change the element instead of replacing the DOM. Okay, and apart from that thing, so we have one more thing. It's a called the text content. Okay, it's a pure text, we can say. Okay, the text content, it's a provide the access to the text inside the element, the only text. Okay, for example, I will create you a thingy in the div. So in the div here I will create inside the HTML h1. Okay, and this is a p tag. Okay, yeah. Okay, and I will check the console.log the element dot text content content text content. Okay, yeah, here we are able to see the particular content, only text content. As we can see that only text is written, as if the all tags were cut out. Okay, but the text in them remained. In practice, reading the such a text is rarely needed. Okay, and the writing to the text content is much more useful because of it allows to write the text the safe way. Okay, with the inner HTML we will have the insert as a HTML with all HTML tags. For the text content we will have the inserted as a text. Okay, you can see like 1 minute, this is for the text content, this is for the inner HTML. We have to see the difference between the thing. Yeah, so the upper one we can say it's a text content, and below one it's we can say it's a inner HTML. Okay, the inner HTML, like the upper like the text content, we can say we will have the inserted as a text. Okay, the all symbols are treated literally, we can say. And in the inner HTML we will have it inserted as the HTML with all the HTML tags. Okay, yeah, so this is regarding the things that it's a text content. Okay, and there is one more thing, hidden property. hidden property Okay, the hidden property means hidden attribute is used to DOM property specify the whether the element is visible or not. So we can use it in HTML or assign it to using the JavaScript. For example, you can see here, this is the div. Okay, this is the div. Okay, we'll add lorem.py. Okay, and the next thing we can say it's a div. Okay, here also lorem4. Okay, and the third thing we have one more thing, the lorem. Yeah, the third thing we can say it's a lorem, the 8. Okay, so I will add for the second div as the hidden attribute. Okay, and I will add the id for this last div. Okay, so the thing is I will add here in the script that element. Okay, the element dot hidden hidden is equal to a true. Basically the hidden works as the same style display none. Okay, so in the output we can see we have the three divs. Okay, 1 2 3. Okay, we'll see the output. Okay, 1 minute, which is the set. Okay, the element. Okay, this part we are not able to see. Okay, and now we are able to add hidden for this thing also, but we are able to see the first div only. Okay, that technically we can say that hidden works as the same as the style this is display none. We can say able to not able to see the things. Okay, so this called, we can say it's a hidden property. Basically hidden property and the DOM property specific whether the element is visible or not. Okay, so we'll do one more thing here. So there is a third one is the element. Okay, so here I will add the set timeout function. Set timeout. Okay, here, sorry, here I will add that element dot hidden equal to and not element hidden for the 1000 millisecond. Okay, you can see. Okay, so after that so these are the things we can see regarding the node properties. Okay, so types, tags and contents. Okay, after that there is a thing called uh, like constructors, node types. Okay, and there is the HTML, inner HTML, and outer HTML, text content, hidden property. Okay, so apart from that thing we need to see regarding that HT 1 minute attribute and
Sir,
yeah.
repeat that hidden property.
Okay, the hidden property. Okay, the thing is, so the earlier I was let's see the thing where it is. Yeah, so for example, okay, so now we are able to see the two things here. Okay, the first thing, this one means the first div. Okay, I will change the content. It's a very first thing I will make as the hello world. Okay, the third thing we can say it's a republic. Okay, so you can see we are able to see that hello world and republic. Okay, but we are not able to see this one because of we have added the property called hidden in the sense that element is like not visible. Okay, the same thing what we have did, we have given the id for the div. Okay, here I will try to make that hidden property is equal to true for the third div. Okay, so now you can see that third div also it's a hidden. The hidden in the sense it's an attribute, and the DOM property specifies whether the element is visible or not. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there is one more thing. Okay, we'll see that later. Okay, there are what where yeah, the attribute and the properties. Okay, so when browser loads a page, okay, it reads the HTML and generate the DOM object from it. Okay, for element node, the most standard HTML attribute automatically becomes the property of the DOM objects. For instance, if the tag is, we can say the tag is the body. Okay, the body, we can say inside we have some, the id is equal to something called page. The page. Okay, then the DOM object like object has, suppose we have the if the tag is like this. Okay, then the DOM object like this, actually DOM body dot id is equal to something called a page. Okay, this will convert as an object, but the attribute property mapping it not one to one. Okay, here we can see the separate these two notation. It see how to work with them. So when they are the same, like when they are different. Okay, the thing is, first thing we can say it's a DOM properties. Okay, so we already seen a built-in DOM properties. They are a lot thing, but the technically no one limits us. Okay, if there are like they're not enough, like we can add our own also. But the DOM nodes are regular JavaScript object. We can alter them also. For instance, let's create one new property. Okay, using, so here I will create one property called document dot a body, and I will create the my data. Okay, my data. Okay, here I will create one object. Okay, the name is something cat. Okay, and I will add the title here, uh, title as the animal. Okay, now I will check console.log that document.body my data, and one more thing, document.body document.body, yeah, data. I will erase these things as of now. Okay, so we'll see the output what will happen. Okay, see, so there is a one object here. Okay, Okay, there is a one object. The object contains name and title. The name is cat and the title is the animal. Okay, here we are trying to console that my data entire object, and here we are trying to access the only title. Okay, so here we'll get the output like animals. Okay, here we can see the entire the object. So we can add the method as well. How means, so this is the object. Okay, the next thing, there is a document. Okay, dot a body. Okay, the body. How to add the yeah, there is a say sorry, there is a say tag name. Okay, we'll add the function. Okay, here I will add the tag name. Okay, okay, I will mention here document dot body dot say name function. Okay, here the document dot body and say tag name is the name of the function. Okay, here we have added the function to the variable. Okay, we have to check. Okay, it will return the body actually. Yeah, it will return the body. Okay, the value of this in this method we can is the document dot body. And we can also modify the built-in properties like element dot prototype and add new method to the all the elements. Okay, and so the DOM properties and methods behave like that regular JavaScript. They can also any value, and they are the case sensitive. Okay, so this is regarding the that DOM properties. Okay, the next thing we can see is the HTML properties. HTML properties. Okay, in HTML properties, the tag may have the attribute. Okay, the tags may have the attributes. When the browser parse the HTML to create the DOM object for the tags, it recognizes the standard attribute and create the DOM properties from them. So when an element has ID or another standard attribute, like the corresponding property gets created, but that does not happen if the attribute is non-standard. For example, I will console here, I will show you the things. Okay, yeah, so I will erase all the things. I will try to add, there is a ID to the body. Okay, I will add something called test. Okay, and there is I will add something, sorry, something, the attribute. Okay, you can say it's a non-standard standard. Okay, I will try to console console dot log. Okay, that document dot a body dot id. Okay, the here will get that test, but the same thing if I console for that document dot body document dot body something, so we'll get the undefined for the second one. Okay, so when an element is an ID, this ID or another standard attribute, the corresponding property gets created. Okay, but that does not happen if it is attribute is non-standard, so it will throw the undefined. Okay, and the next thing, uh, for instance, the instance we can type is the standard for the input. So for example, we can see, I will remove this. For example, we can take the input. We have the input element. Inside the input element, we have the type. Okay, type is the standard for the input. Input class, we can say it's an input, like HTML input element, but not for the body. Okay, the standard attribute are described in the specification for the corresponding element class. Okay, for example, I will console for the input type, input type, and same as well I will console for the body input, body dot type, actually type. Okay, so you will see why it's throwing the error. So there is an input dot type. It should be the text. We are not text. Okay, and I will remove these things. Here I have to give that id is the body, and the type is something called 1 2 3. Input is not defined. It should be, the input is there. Reference error. Why? It should not give the reference error. Okay, sorry, I had to give that id is equal to something called input. I was trying to add the input tag name. Okay, yeah. The thing is, the first thing we have seen, that given the id as the input. Okay, we are checking that input dot type, so we are getting the text. Okay, you can see the text, but the same thing we are trying for the body, but here we are getting the undefined. Why? Because the DOM property are not created, because it's not a standard, it's a non-standard, we can say. So if an attribute is a non-standard, there won't be a DOM property for it. So is there a way to access such attributes? Okay, sure. The thing is, all the attributes are accessible by using the some methods. So directly we can't do the things. Okay, so we have some methods called that element element dot has attribute. Okay, that has attribute. Okay, and the element get attribute. Okay, the get attribute. Okay, and third thing we can use the set attribute. Okay, and fourth thing we can use that remove attribute. Okay, so has attribute in the sense we check for the existence. Okay, for get attribute in the sense we can get the value. set attribute, in the sense we can like set the value, and here last one you can remove the attribute, remove the value, we can say. So these method operate exactly what's written in the HTML. So also one can read all attributes using the element dot attributes. Okay, the collection of that object is belongs to the built-in attribute, the attribute class, the name and value properties. For example, I'll create here. Okay, uh, yeah. So the console.log, okay, the document dot a body. Okay, I will add that get attribute as something. Okay, so it's a non-standard, we can say. It's a null, it's a non-standard. The HTML attribute have some following features. Okay, because their name is their name is the case sensitivity, and second thing, their value is the always string. Okay, for example, we'll do the things here. The thing is, I will create the div instead of input. Okay, inside div I will add id is the element. Okay, and I'll do the about is equal to called elephant. Okay, so I will check. I want to read that elephant. So what should I do? The thing is, I will console.log. Okay, so here I will try one thing. The element dot the get attribute about. Okay, so we'll get that element here. We are trying to read the value through the get attribute. The get attribute, in the sense we are able to read the content. So I want to set something. Okay, I want to set something. Okay, for that thing there is an element. Okay, sorry, I want to set the something. Okay, so I will set something called test. Okay, inside the test I will store 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and the same thing I will use get attribute about the test. Okay, you can see, so we have the 1 2 3 4 5. The div has the one more attribute called test. Okay, so now like we are not able to see the how many attributes are there inside the div. For that thing, so we'll do one thing here. We'll try the loop. Okay, let attribute for of, okay, that element dot attributes. Here I will console the things. Sorry, uh, console, yeah, console the attributes. Okay, I will do one thing here. Okay, uh, mm, 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 mm. Okay, the first thing here I will see that attribute name and attribute value. Okay, so yeah, you can see I will remove this one. Okay, what will happen? So I will remove this one and this one. Okay, so you are able to see there are the 3 attributes in the div tag. So here we are able to see the only 2 things, but we have tried for the one more attribute to set the set. So after the looping we are getting that all the attributes. Okay, so here that attribute about is the first letter. Basically, the thing is like yeah, where it is, yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. So after that, what left? Okay, we know the things that has property, has attribute, get attribute, and set attribute, remove attribute, and element attribute. So the apart from that thing, so we'll see some things regarding the modifying uh, modifying the document. Okay, so basically the DOM modification is the key to create a live pages, but we will see the how to create the new element on the fly. Okay, and how to see that like we can see the how to modify the existing page content. Okay, the first thing we'll do here, this is the HTML. Okay, uh, yeah, so this is a div. Okay, so inside the div we have some strong tag, and here we can set the height there, and after that I will make as a lorem with 3. Okay, so here I will add the class is the alert. Okay, I want to show something alert kind of things. Otherwise, I want to give some message. Okay, so using the CSS, just I'm using the CSS. Okay, there is a one style. Okay, inside the style we can in the alert. Okay, alert. Okay, so the alert I will give the color, the color. So color code I will get from the online. Okay, color code, the color picker. Okay, it needs something. Something called, yeah, I will use this one. Okay, otherwise I will use some different number actually. There is a 3C763D. Okay, so I'll use the background also, a background color. It's a okay, I can take as the TFF04D8. Okay, and there is a one more thing, the border radius. It's a 4px. Okay, and after that I have to add that border also. That border is 1px solid. Okay, the 1px solid, the same thing, which is like, otherwise I can use the different thing here. D6E9C6. Okay, so I will give some padding around 16px. we'll see the output. Okay, so this is the message I want to give to the users. Okay, so that was the HTML example, but now let's create the same div with the JavaScript, assuming that the style are using the HTML and CSS already. Okay, so we can create an element in JavaScript. You can see. Okay, you can the thing. Okay, I have committed the div and the styles. Okay, so here there is a script. Okay, here I will try to create one like a div tag. Okay, so to create the DOM nodes, okay, so there are the two methods. Okay, the first one, document dot create element. Okay, the create element is the keyword to create the tags. Okay, so the let a div, okay, the div is equal to something document dot create element div. Okay, and the one more thing they call the create text nodes. Sorry, create the text nodes. The create element is the first method to create the tags, and second method it's a create text nodes. Okay, I will add here. Okay, let text node. Okay, a document create next text node. I will make a high. Okay, yeah, so we'll see the we'll see the output here. What is happening here? Okay, we have to add content, no? Okay, so but that thing, so let, so the thing is a div content div dot a class name, a div dot class name we can add as the alert. So we can able to see that class name is the alert for the div. Okay, so now I will try to add the inner HTML to this div. Okay, so for that thing I will add something called this thing. Okay, so we'll check the output. What is happening? It's not working. Why? So we have created the element, but as of now it's only variable named as a div. Not a page. We can't see it. Okay, why? Okay, so we want to do one thing here. After the inner HTML, we want to add into the document. For that thing, we'll do the thing document dot body, then append. Sorry, the append that div to the document. Now we are able to see. Yeah, now we are able to see the content using the JavaScript. What we have did, ignore this one, this second type. The first step, okay, the first step it's the we have created the div using the document dot create element in the div. Okay, so after that we are set we are updated that the class name to the div except alert. Okay, after that we have added the content to the div as using the inner HTML, and finally we can see we are adding those the div to the documents using that document dot body dot append div. Okay, here the call the append on the document dot body. The thing is, but we can call the append method on any other elements. Okay, to put the another element into it. For instance, we can append something to the div by calling that div dot append the another element. Okay, so we have the more insertion methods. Okay, like specify the different places where to the insert. Okay, so some things where it is, yeah, so some things are there. Okay, regarding that methods. Okay, first thing you can say it's append means we can say append the node, otherwise string at the end node of the node, like end of the node. Append the nodes means we are trying to add to the node document. Okay, and set thing prepend. Okay, the append in the sense string at the end of the node. The prepend in the sense string at the beginning of the node, means we are trying to insert. Okay, here we are trying to append and here we are trying to insert. Okay, and the next thing we have the one more thing, it's a before. Okay, so here we can see that insert the node, insert the string before the node. Okay, there is one more thing, it's after. We can insert the string after the node. And the last one we can see that replace with. Okay, so here we can see that replace the node with the given node or given string. Okay, the thing is like arguments of these methods are an arbitrary list in the DOM nodes into insert. Okay, let's see them in action, we can say. So there is a HTML. Okay, so we have some order list kind of things. Okay, inside that there is a yeah, one, yeah, this is a 1 2 3. Okay, so I will give the ID for this thing as the OL, sorry, the OL. Okay, so I will try to the script here. Okay, so I will try to insert the string before the OL. Okay, the thing is I will OL dot before before before. Okay, and the same thing for the after. Okay, so here I will create one element. Okay, let the element name is the li only. Okay, li first I will add li first. Okay, document dot create element, I will create the document dot create element, the li element I have created. The first thing here I will add that li first and the inner html dot inner html is equal to, can make it as the prepend pre, like we can have prepend. Okay, and I will prepend OL dot prepend that is subject. We can see the output here. Yeah, the first thing here we have created the order list. Okay, inside that we have the list 1 2 3. Okay, here I have tried that OL is OL before, means before OL and the after OL. Okay, and this one more thing, the same thing I will add for append here. Okay, the list last I will add list last. Okay, list. Okay, instead of prepend I will add append. append, you can see. So before the list we have add the prepend, and after the list we have add the append. Okay, so this is called, we can say, is the before ol dot before, and this is called, we can say, is the ol dot prepend. Okay, and this is called, we can say, it's a ol dot append. Okay, and this is called, we can say, it's a ol dot after. Okay, the finally we can see our list like this only, before and the order list, and this after. Okay, so these are the basic things regarding that uh, the modifying the documents. Okay, so how we can use the identify like append, prepend, before, after. Okay, and we need to see regarding the styles. Okay, styles and the classes. Okay, before we get into the JavaScript's way of dealing with the style and the classes, we have some important rules. Okay, uh, the thing is like there are generally two ways to style the element. Okay, the first thing, create the class in like create the class in the HTML CSS. Okay, and the second thing, write the properties directly into the class, into the style. Okay, before like basically we have to know the things. Okay, then JavaScript can modify the both classes and styles properties. We should always prefer that CSS classes to style, and the later that should only be used if the classes. Okay, for example, we can use that styles. Okay, the styles is the acceptable if the we calculate the coordinates of an elements dynamically and want to set them from the JavaScript. Okay, for example, I will do one thing here. There is a let, I will make as a top something different calculation. Okay, and there is a let, the left is something different calculation, and then we have to add that class dot style dot the left, we have to set that left style, and next thing that this is the calculations that the element dot a style dot a top is equal to top. Okay, yeah. So suppose just imagine, so we have the two complex calculations, one for the top, one for the left. Okay, for the CSS purpose only. Okay, so the thing is like we can store like this in JavaScript way. For the other cases like making the text red, or adding the background icon, or describe that in CSS, then add the class. So JavaScript can do that. It's a more flexible and easier to support, we can say. Okay, so using the class name, we'll see here the class name and the class list, the class name and the class the list. Okay, so the thing is that changing the class in one of the most often used action in the script. Okay, in the earlier time, okay, there was the limitation in the JavaScript. Okay, a reserved for the class could not be an object property. Okay, and that limitation does not exist now. Okay, but at the time it was impossible to have the class property like element dot class. Okay, so for classes the similar looking property, the class name, okay, was introduced. The class dot class name, you can say, the corresponds to the class is an attribute. Okay, so we'll see in this thing there is a HTML. Okay, I will add the class for the body. Okay, it's a main page, main page. Inside the body I will add a script, and I will check that console.log console.log the document dot a body dot the class name, the class name. We'll see, we'll get the output like a main page, not here in the inspect. Okay, yeah, so we are getting that we're able to read that class name. Okay, if we assign something to the class element dot class name, this element dot class name, okay, it replaces the whole string of the class. Sometimes that's what we need. Okay, and but the thing is like we want to add remove and single class also. There are the another property called the class list. Okay, the element dot class list is a special object with the method we can able to write, remove and toggle in the single class. For example, so there is a main page, okay, for the class. Okay, I'm able to see the one thing here. There is a document, the body, and there is a class list. Sorry, not a class name, class list. Okay, that add, we can I will add something called the article. Article. Okay, so I will console the class name, document dot body, that class name. So we are like we are able to modifications here. Okay, the thing is I will remove the thing and replace the things. Okay, now there is a class name is the uh, article along with the main page. So using the class list we are able to modify we are able to modify the methods like add, remove and toggle a single in the single classes. Okay, so we can operate the both on the full class string using the class name. Otherwise there is a individual class using the class list. What we choose depend on our needs. Okay, so we have some methods for the class. So we have some methods for the class list. Okay, so there is a add, okay, there is a toggle, and there is a contains. Okay, add means we can add the classes, add or remove the classes. Okay, here I will add the remove also, either you can remove, either you can add. Okay, so add and remove the classes, and the toggle in the sense we can add the classes if it is if does not exist, otherwise removes it. Okay, contains in the sense it checks for the given class, it's return the true or false, we can say. Okay, so apart from that thing, what left, uh, okay, the class name and class list we have seen. Now So till now, do you have any doubts, like any things regarding the DOM? So what we have things like here we have seen that DOM and DOM tree and accessing the DOM and nodes kind of things. Here we have seen that node properties and type a type tags and contents. Okay, here is the entire that structure we can say. So event target node and document and character data, and that here we can see that regarding the element kind of things, constructor and node type. Okay, and here we have seen that rest of the method called inner html, outer html, text content and hidden property. Okay, and here we can see some attribute and properties kind of things. Okay, and here we have seen that that modifying the document also using that append, prepend, before and after replace with also. Okay, and here we have seen that some DOM properties, html properties. Okay, and here we have seen that styles and classes. Okay, in this thing we have let the classes, class name and classes for this like we are able to like modification using the class list like kind of things. So are you able to like, do you have any doubt on these things?
No, sir.
Okay. mm, okay, we'll see tomorrow regarding this the remaining things. So we have left the simple task on the DOM thing. So we have some more kind of some more concepts regarding that sizing purpose and the coordinates and the, so after that we can do some task. Otherwise we have to complete those the bubbling event delegation and the browser default actions. Okay, so after that we will do some tasks on the DOM. Okay, and please do practice on the DOM. Okay, okay, then we'll see tomorrow. Okay, then thank you.